How do, folks? It's just after dinner and I'm doing a wild camp onto my local moors from my front door. I've been planning on doing this for quite a bit, but the risk of being like shamed, name called for doing so under these lockdown conditions sort of put me off. But I think I'm well within the guidelines. And I suppose I have to thank Les from Wild Camping 150. He just posted a few little words on one of my posts and it was just the encouragement I needed. So thanks, Les. Yeah, I've set off from home and I'm heading for a walk I did a few months ago. I'm heading up to Waystone Edge. It'll take me, well, maybe an hour and a half, but the way I dawdle and mess about, maybe a couple of hours. It's a gorgeous day. I'm slightly concerned about the water situation. I brought enough with me to drink for the journey and there are some streams up there, but it's been very dry at the moment. I'll have to see. Just approaching a pretty important crossroads called Doldrum. And Doldrum is a place where I always meet my mates when we do our solstice walks. They'll come that way from Milner and I'll come that way from Neway and meet them. That way goes down to Rapewood and Hollingworth Lake. And this is part of the Rapes Highway, the old packhorse route over to Marsden. I'll be following this for a bit before continuing up to Windy Hill, near junction 22 with the M62. On this gatepost here used to be carved the name T. Viles 1934. And then a few years ago some peevish individual decided to try and chip it off. Welcome to the South Pennines. Sadly, an all too common sight on these laybys on moors. Right, oops. Right, folks. Hiya, back again. Right, I'm up on Axletree Edge again where I was the other day. Because where I'm camping, it's not too far from here. But I have come up a different route today. Instead of coming up through the Python Valley, I've followed the high path that goes from Milner to Windy Hill and the Pennine Way. Probably go back home via the Python Valley tomorrow. It's a bit breezy up here. Still the sound of the skylarks. And I'm heading over there. I don't know if you can see that. That's where I'm going to spend the night. But what I've got to do, I've got to go round to get to it. Well, I don't have to. I could make a beeline for it, but I'm not going to do. And hopefully there's some little cloughs over there where I'm hoping to find some water. Look at this here. I've just found, I think it's a golden plover's egg. Not sure, but I reckon so. I'll check when I get home. I found a lovely water source. I hope it's up in that. I'm going to have to walk downstream a bit, see if I can find some flowing water. Bingo! Right, I'm here at the Waystone. It's just after 3. Bit of a slog really. Had a bit of a walk to carry me water. But I'm here now, it's quite a nice spot, a bit of shelter amongst the rocks. The weather forecast is just not what it said. It pretty much said wall-to-wall sunshine. I'm expecting a clear night, there's a supermoon tonight, glorious sunset. There's just a lot of cloud moving in from the west. I won't say it's going to rain, but not what I expected. It's quite hazy as well. Although to the north over there I can see Pendle Hill. There's a Waystone, of course. There's a few little potential camp spots. The last time I camped up here I think was 2017. And I picked a pretty bad spot really. I just seem to be rolling all night. But there's one sort of here between the rocks I like the look of. And there's another over at the back of there and a few over there. I haven't decided if I'm going to pitch yet, but I ain't put my tent up for a bit. I'm going to make a brew and just enjoy my surroundings. See you later. Well, this is a bit of a nightmare. It started to rain because the forecast was so convincingly wonderful. I haven't brought any waterproof. So I'm sheltering as best I can behind this rock. I think it is only a shower, you can see it coming from west. Behind there's blue sky, but it's only spitting really, but I'm going to be in a world of pain if it gets worse than this. Right, all pitched up. It's just turned 5 o'clock. Got a nice spot here. I had pitched it initially down near the Waystone down there. I wanted to be near it, but it just weren't suitable. I was struggling getting the pegs in, there were rocks in the ground and stuff. So I've moved up here and this is much better. I'll just give you a little guided tour of camp. Oh, just stubbed my toe on a rock, now it's on my feet. There is my kitchen. I've got a couple of steak and ale pies from Morrison's for my tea, so I'll only be using the stove for warm drinks. Another couple of things that need to go in the kitchen is my ale and wine tonight. This is a discovery, this Wild Boar IPA. It's a cracker, really nice, Buxton Brewery. And if you look at the can, there's a nice little picture of shuttling slow. I'm going to sup that first and then I'll have the wine later on, and hopefully if I do it that way around I won't need to get up at night. So in my porch I've got my rucksack, my socks drying off. I stood in a bog when I was getting water back there so that my feet got a bit wet. Got my camera, got my binoculars, in case any good birds up here. For the first time this year I'm using my summer bag. This goes down to -3. It's a Criterion Ultralight 350. Used to be a company called Cumulus, I think. I've used it down near 0 once and I was cold, but we're not going to be near 0 tonight. I've got a couple of thermal layer and a fleece thing in case it gets a bit colder. Got some bits and bats in this bag. I've got a book to read called Chasing the Ghost. Better fellow who goes all over Britain looking for rare plants. Exciting stuff. And I've got my down jacket again if it just gets a bit chillier later. So location wise I'm up on Waystone Edge. There's the Waystone. And I'm looking to the M62 here, and beyond is Dog Hill, the ice point on Rishworth Moor, where actually I christened this tent there in September last year. Moving across a bit you can see the res at Greenwithins, And beyond that you can see the little black spike of Studley Pike where I camped in February. Going this way you might be able to make out an hazy Pendle Hill, and then across beyond the Wainstone we've got Blackstone Edge, which is one of the most well-known hills around here. I've camped on that as well, I think in 2018. Quite a busy hill that though, I wanted a bit more peace and quiet, and it's certainly that up here. And then moving round to Windy Hill where I walked up from our house, and looking back west, it's a great spot. Well folks, that was some sunset. I didn't think it was going to happen, a load of cloud come across. Anyway, it kind of went down behind the cloud and appeared again. There's a lot of greyness out west. In fact, you can see the streaks of rain on the Lancashire Plain and seaboard. It might just miss us, but I bet places like, I don't know, Bolton are getting it. I'm hoping it shifts and we can get a starry night, but I don't know. There's supposed to be a supermoon coming up in about 4 minutes over behind, so I might go and have a look at that. But again, I think there's some cloud. You can see over there all the rain that's coming. It's a bit streaky over there as well. I think Rochdale's going to get it as well. I hope you can hear me over the racket. I didn't expect this at all, it's hammering down. Although when it rains on a tent it usually sounds worse than it is. I didn't think I was going to get this. I could see rain out to the west, but I thought it was going to miss me up here. I just had a little glimpse of the supermoon. I just saw it in a split in the cloud down to the southeast. Looks absolutely massive. Right, it's just after 11 o'clock. I've got a bit of wine to drink. I'm going to read a bit and then it'll be lights out. So I'll just say good night now. See you in the morning. Morning. It's 10 to 6, just turned. I've been up nearly an hour. Finally managed to make it up for sunrise when the alarm went off. And it was nice, and the sky before the sun come up, it was just lovely colours, really nice colours. Clouded over quite a bit now. And it's even more cloudy to the west. It's quite murky and dark. It is a great spot, this up here. I really like it as a wild camping location. But there's one drawback, and it's a constant sound of the motorway, even now when there's less traffic. It's just constant. And I remember that the last time I camped up here. I put earplugs in and they helped a little bit. But no, it's not the quietest place. Sleep wise I did okay. I dozed on and off from about 12 till 2. I needed to get up at night, of course. And then from 2 till 5, that seemed to fly by, so I reckon I must have got a decent bit of kit then. Chilly when I got up as well. Right, I think I'm going to go back to bed for another hour. See if I can get a little bit more sleep. If not, I might just warm up in my sleeping bag and read my book. Right, that's my pitch. That little patch of grass in that arc of rocks. Lovely spot that. It's 8:30. It took me about half an hour to pack up. Had a couple of hours dozing and reading. There's my gear all ready to go. One last look at my surroundings. Looking pretty miserable over towards Lancashire. Brighter on the horizon towards Yorkshire. Usually the case with the Pennines here. Right, well, I'm heading home a different way. I think I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going home via this valley, Reddy-Dean, where I was, I think, on Saturday. There's a boxing hole over there again. Normally though, I just follow the stream down to the bank of the Res. But there's a little thin path here that's quite nice. It's easier going, and I'm following the county boundary. I'm not far from home now. But I've stopped here because this, I was told by a pretty well respected Rochdale botanist called Peter Hill, brilliant naturalist, really knew his stuff on a lot of subjects. He told me that these are Rochdale's only true wild cowslips. Now you do see other cowslips around the borough, but a lot of them, well I think all of them apart from these, are like ones that have been chucked out from gardens or planted by councils, things like that. The true wild ones like these are quite a bit more delicate. The ones that have been planted by council and that, usually quite tall and robust. But they don't smell either. If you get your nose in a true wild cowslip, it's very faint, but they have a right lovely orange, sort of kale-eye, citrusy smell. Oh, they're gorgeous. It's one of my favourite wildflower smells. And in fact, the colony's spreading. They must be sort of self-seeding quite well. Sometimes the water board, they mow this at the wrong time and wipe them all out, but no, they seem to be spreading. They're moving down the slope and sort of around a little bit as well. Fantastic. Right, I'm almost back now, just round the corner. So that's it from me. I just flew in my face. Yeah, it was a good wild camp that, I enjoyed it. The evening especially. Managed to get a decent sunset. Quite starry. for once I slept reasonably. So yeah, I'd call that one a success. The only slight thing I suppose was the noise of the traffic on the M62. But it weren't so bad. Right, this could be the way forward for the time being, or there might be an easing of lockdown on Monday, so we'll see. But I'm probably going to do another one of these local camps. A lot of moors around here where I can go. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching if you have, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh children, father's home.
Daddy, can I make 2 videos? I've just finished making one.
Oh!